You're watching Two Button Crew,
the daily show for Nintendo fans.
I'm Scott.
And I am Simeon.
You know, I love doing this show.
I love doing this show with you. And you know that when we shake hands, it is business time. That means business time is game time.
And we get to come here every single weekday, talk about Nintendo. What could be better?
Nothing. Nothing could be better.
So what are we here to do today, Simeon?
This is the Game Peripheral Showdown. These are all peripherals for Nintendo consoles.
Ooh.
And we've each picked one out and maybe blurred something out a little bit.
So you mean like Wii Motion Plus?
The vitality sensor.
Common stuff like that?
Yes.
No.
No, not common stuff.
Well, we wouldn't make it easy for each other.
No, we picked the weirdest of the weird.
Well, let's say the winner gets to wear the Mario hat.
Okay.
And be Mario for the ending of the episode.
I think that's a good reward. You show me this thing first.
All
okay.
Right. Well, I'm not going to give too much away here, but this is a Game Boy accessory.
Okay, I see that. It looks like a Game Boy Color. And it looks... Oh, goodness. It looks like it has some sort of computer hookup. And then some sort of CD case that you've blurred out.
Right.
Just connects to your computer so you can have a bigger display for your Game Boy Color.
Okay, fair enough. And computer screens back then would have been like square, same kind of aspect ratio.
Mm-hmm.
I can see where you'd get the computer connection idea. But what this is actually is a vehicular tuner. You can hook this up to your bike.
What?
It is called a Ditech Diagnostic Game Boy Kit.
What?
You know, like when your check engine light comes on, you bring it to whatever that place is and they scan your thing.
Yeah.
You can do that with a Game Boy.
What? I had absolutely no idea that was even possible. I want this now.
And my question is, if this was possible in the Game Boy days, where's my 3DS diagnostic accessory?
Seriously, I want that.
My car is in bad shape. Come on, Nintendo. Help me out here.
My goodness. All right. So this is my first picture. And I'm really surprised that you have not already seen this.
Okay. Well, this is at least Wii days. Wii and up. And I know that on the 3DS they have an infrared that looks like what could be an infrared beam, and I know that the 3DS has a receiver of that, but as far as I knew, it had never been used. So my best guess, and you're gonna have to decide if this is accurate enough or too general, would be that it's a data transfer infrared hockey puck.
What do you mean by data transfer?
Data, you know, like video game data.
For a video game system.
Yeah.
I just want to know what you mean by data transfer.
Information.
I think you're a little too general.
All right.
You know what this is? This is the 3DS NFC peripheral.
No.
Yes.
That is enormous.
Yes, it's actually not that big. It's I cut out the 3DS in the picture.
Okay.
So it looks kind of big. It's really not too big, but yes, I thought for sure I'm gonna pick this.
Wow.
But I thought you had already seen this. But thank goodness you did not.
Here you go. I'd like you to tell me what this device made by Taito Games is.
Okay, it looks like it has a knob on it, but it almost looks like...
Very insightful to me.
It almost looks like the knob doesn't turn, though. It could be a cap. Yeah. No. Taito. Okay, Taito made Bust-A-Move. Okay, so it's a Game Boy thing. Game Boy Color days. Fit in the top with the knob facing you. I'm just gonna throw this out there. I'm gonna guess that this is a weird peripheral so that you can control Bust-A-Move and you can aim the little arrow things at the bottom of the screen using the tuner thing. Okay. That's a guess.
On Game Boy, you said?
Yeah.
Whew, that was close. All right, no.
Was I really that close?
You were pretty close. It is a knob controller.
Okay.
So, you know, games like Space Invaders on like Atari and stuff, they were controlled like that. It is a knob controller. You said Game Boy, but that is in fact a Game Boy Advance port.
Oh.
And it went up through the bottom of the original DS. You know how they had that Game Boy port on the bottom? So you'd be holding your DS and then using the knob as a controller. So it's a DS Days accessory.
Oh, wow. So I was way off. Here's a picture of a Wii peripheral. And tell me if you can guess what this is.
Oh, yeah. Clearly. Now, I don't know if this one actually made it to store shelves, but it was one of the add-ons for Wii Sports, one of the rare add-ons for Wii Sports. This is the athletic sensitive body part armor for Wii Baseball. Right?
The Wii Cup.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what I'm trying to say.
Is that your guess?
Let me try a little bit better than that. Man, I'd just say some kind of microphone for babies. You know those for the babies games with the Z? They spell babies with a Z. It was one of, like shovelware for Wii. You remember those scary days?
Yes, I remember.
All right, I'm gonna say it's a baby toy.
You know what? I'm gonna give you
Really?
half a point.
Okay.
Because it is a microphone, but what it is it is a silent karaoke microphone, so that if you put it over your mouth, so it's like a little suction thing that goes over your mouth.
Really?
And you sing karaoke into it, but it block the noise. So if you're living in an apartment complex, you didn't want to wake up your neighbors. It was only released in Japan, but yes.
That's the most horrible idea I've ever heard.
Isn't that the dumbest thing?
I want to play karaoke games where I sing out loud, but I don't want anybody to hear me.
No. Okay. So I'll give you half a point because you did get that it was a microphone.
Okay. All right. Give this sensory-looking thing your best shot, Simeon.
Okay, I've seen this before. So I have some sort of idea of what it is. I know... Oh, actually, I do know what it is. It is the sensor...
You're taking a little while to say this for someone who knows what it is.
I'm pretty sure. I think that it is the sensor that goes above your TV for the Super Scope peripheral for Super Nintendo.
Which Super Scope?
The Super Scope.
Yeah, so you get the point. You are awarded for that.
What was it? Was it
I saw that it was for the Super Scope 6, and I was like, what is that?
That was my guess, Super Scope 6, because that's the number I've heard associated with that. But,
yeah.
Okay, I was like, I know it's some sort of early sensor.
I actually didn't know that the Super Scope took a sensor. I thought it was light gun, like the Zapper.
I had forgotten it, and when I thought Super Scope, I was like, wait.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I did get that point.
Nice work. So 1 1/2.
1 2 1/2. All right, here we go.
Oh my! Wow, she's like Miss Mega Man or something.
Yeah,
that'd be Mega Woman. Right?
Mega Woman, yeah, Mega Woman
so
man.
That is a Game Boy that she's playing.
Yeah, she's playing Game Boy, or I think more specifically, it looks like Game Boy Color. Yeah.
Okay.
Game Boy Color.
Oh, okay, so it's only half of the face. That's interesting. The orthodontic correctional game. You know, the peripheral that came out for Super Ortho Bros.
Super Ortho Bros.
Yeah, like you play the Game Boy title where you're fighting the cavities and stuff. All the while it's arranging your teeth.
Is that your guess?
Yes.
Well, you're kind of close. It's actually a medical device called the Pedicedate, where it rewarded kids with nitrous oxide for doing well in the game. So they'd do well in the game, and then it would reward them with bursts of nitrous oxide so that it would keep them calm during sedation.
Is that healthy?
I guess it is. They use them at doctors' offices.
So what if you're not doing it in the game? Your leg's getting amputated and you just
I don't know.
pain?
I guess so. I guess it's just too bad.
Do they sell this thing?
I think they did use it, but I'm not sure how popular it was.
Can I get one? Nitrous oxide doesn't sound too bad right now.
No, well, I don't know. Okay, this thing I might possibly have seen before, but I'm not sure exactly what it is. I know where it goes. Okay, so it's a Nintendo Gamecube. It says Nintendo Gamecube on it, and
It said something else.
it says, yeah, you blurred something else out. I'm not gonna look at that. So
ahead.
underneath the
Are you saying my blur job is bad?
No, it's fine, but I don't want to look at it.
You're right. It'd just be distracting.
Yeah, it'd just be distracting. So underneath the GameCube, you could take. It's like underneath the NES. You can take stuff off.
It is very compartmentalized.
Right.
Surprisingly so.
I think. Because they had the Super. What was that? The
Super
Game Boy Advance
Mm-hmm.
Plus or whatever it was called, attachment for the GameCube. I think I know what this is. I think because I know that Phantasy Star Online was used for the GameCube.
Are you willing to risk
Double or
-1?
No.
All right.
I think that this is to put the GameCube online for Phantasy Star Online. Not specifically Phantasy Star Online, but for games such as Phantasy Star Online.
Congratulations.
Yes!
This is an Ethernet
Yes!
adapter.
Yes. I think I only got that
Broadband adapter.
because of that weird shape at the end. It looks like other Ethernet adapter things.
Should have blurred everything.
Okay, so here's my last one. I blurred a little bit out here that was in English. Most of this stuff is in Japanese. Here's the cover for an accessory for the Game Boy Color.
Okay. I see a Game Boy Color port. I see a blue dongle that looks kind of like how you would turn up the volume on your headphones these days, Apple headphones kind of thing. And then that almost looks like a keyboard in the back, but no. That's not what the cover of it would have looked like if it was headphones with a microphone, though.
I'm just breathing over here, man. Maybe I need that sedation device in a Game Boy to calm me down.
Sorry to interrupt your meditations.
No, sorry.
Headphone/microphone for the Game Boy.
No.
Man.
You know what this is it's actually, it connected the Game Boy Color to a cell phone so that you could play with, I think, other people. It was only released in Japan.
Wow.
But you connected it to a cell phone for some sort of wireless play. I don't remember if it was online or with other people.
Okay, so tethering.
Yeah, so
Wow.
you connected your Game Boy to a cell phone.
That's forward thinking.
Yeah.
Some of these things I look back on, I'm like, wow, Nintendo, we got to give them some credit.
Yeah. Sometimes they were forward thinking and sometimes they make the Nintendo 64 controller.
But the most credit goes to you, Mr. Simeon.
Yes.
I have to recognize you as this episode's Mario Master.
Yes.
I'd celebrate with you, but I'm a loser right now.
You lost. But
Well,
thanks
that was
thanks
cool.
for playing. Yeah, that was cool. That was fun.
Let's do it again sometime.
Indeed.
Now go out to your local store and buy some Nintendo accessories. They'll be history someday.
Yeah, probably not very fondly remembered history, but history nonetheless.
Thanks for watching, and as always, thanks for being part of the crew.
Don't forget to like, to comment, and to hit that big red subscribe button.
We're here each weekday, and we'll see you next time.
Signing out.